Hey guys, what's up? It's the J Master. Welcome back to another episode of. Well, this isn't another episode of anything. As a matter of fact, this is a brand new episode. L. So, I have a question. This will be the first video in our Y series, but basically, I have a question that probably no one is asking anymore, but people have certainly been asking at one point. Why is Malekith the Blackblade the only boss that can stand up to Malenia, Blade of Mikola? And the answer isn't as simple as saying, oh, Destined Death is overpowered. It is, but it's not the whole reason. We've seen Malenia solo Malekith before. Obviously. Destined Death is overpowered, yes. Oh, there's Margit. Oh, there goes Margit. But, here's the thing. Shout out to Garden of Eyes, by the way. Garden of Eyes is an amazing YouTuber. So, there are three things we need to look at. Eventually. But for now, we're gonna take a look at the strengths of the Blackblade. Why? So what does Malekith have? So, Malekith has Destined Death, if that wasn't obvious enough. Malekith has a colossal sword. What else does Malekith have? Malekith has agility. He is actually the fastest creature in Ark. The fastest enemy, the fastest boss, you name it. He is the fastest, and he just damaged Rinoa. Oh. Wow, he actually did it. He's also kind of smart. I mean, he's one of the few bosses I've seen actually damage Rinoa, actually get her out of her bubble and such and such. But see, Malekith is... Yeah, look at that. Malekith is also very fragile. Malekith has... He's an endgame boss. But for an endgame boss, he has really low HP. I haven't looked it up myself, but Malekith, I estimate, has in between 10,000 to 15,000. And remember, this is because, you know, Malekith starts out in his second phase, usually, with half health. But apparently this mod designer decided to, you know, do that and make it full-blown Malekith against every single demigod in the known universe. Yeah, Radon was a lot stronger back then. I fought Prime Radon. I know how it feels. Maybe I'll make a video on Radon. I should make a complainer series. So another thing that Malekith has, besides low HP, he's got really low poise. In case you haven't noticed, he gets stunned rather easily. And especially with enemies that have things like colossal weapons. Like, look at that. Look, the lightning brought him down. He's got really low poise. Not only does he have really low poise, he's got really low HP. And you know what happens when you can be stun-locked to death, right? It's not a good look. Look, he was... Did you see the amount of damage he is taking? Look at this! Are you seeing this? Are you seeing this? This is Stunlock Bonanza, people. Like, obviously, Malekith is the better. Obviously, Malekith is the victor. He's the endgame boss and such and such. But the fact that he was able to be stunned and almost taken a half health from a mid-game boss, because I don't care what you say, Lindell is mid-game, not not early game, okay? It's mid game. We can actually see that Malekith's strength is in Destined Death, and that without it, Malekith would be as weak as all the other bosses out there. We can clearly see that he's just overpowered with his Destined Death. So if we were to take that away, he would still have the cool explosions and everything, but he'd just be doing way less damage and he'd be way less scary. Like, this is the only boss that can truly compete with Mimic Tier, and yeah, this thing is a monster. I mean, sure, Malenia can compete with Mimic Tier as well, such and such. Look, you can see his low poise actually playing a part in here. He actually got stunned, in case you didn't see. Or maybe I missaw it, because it looked like he got stunned. So anyways, what was I saying? Oh yes. So Malekith has a couple of weaknesses that are very big and that actually work together against him. Low HP and low poise. You can clearly see here, look, he just got stunned again and he's in the fire, which is an HP melter. I would not recommend standing in fire. So, see, this is some footage of just how overpowered Destined Death truly is. Fire Giant's second phase didn't last more than 3 seconds. That is a definite KO. But you saw how in danger this man was of losing. Now the Godskin duo actually has Black Flame, which is like Destined Death, only I think way less overpowered. Godskin duo is a very overpowered boss, but despite this, Godskin duo isn't able to beat Malenia. Now we can clearly see here that there goes Malekith the Blackblade, not even bringing Git duo to half health. Yeah, this is... And then they turn their back on him. That's very disrespectful. So, let's take a look at Malenia's strengths. Malenia actually isn't child appropriate, so I will not be showing footage of Malenia. So this is Malekith versus Malekith, obviously. So Malenia's strengths. Well, her first and second phase have combined HP of, I think, just around 40,000. I could be wrong on that, but I also could not be wrong on that. I think the biggest problem for Malekith definitely isn't the second phase. I mean, the first phase. No. It is most certainly Malenia's Scarlet Aeonia. Scarlet Aeonia is very deadly. Also, I think our Malekith is about to lose. Oh. Double Malekith KO. Either way, Malekith won. Who truly won that fight? This is hilarious. Watch this. Watch this, people. This is Gideon. The helpless. Gideon, the helpless morsel. This is hilarious. In case you didn't know, Gideon has a healing flask that he's usually able to use before he dies. But not this time, man. So Malenia's Scarlet Aeonia is definitely the biggest threat for Malekith, because, like all boss AI, he's programmed to go straight. Ooh, Moog, the one I had trouble with. Yeah. So, as I was saying, Scarlet Aeonia, big deal. Definitely a ton of trouble for Malekith. Because, like all bosses, he's programmed to just run straight into the Aeonia. without any idea of what he's doing. Oh, dead. So yeah, it's probably best if Malekith is in the air when she does her Aeonian. Her first phase isn't a problem, just destined death her to death. Um, her second phase, for the most part, isn't a problem. The two biggest concerns I have for him are Waterfowl Dance and Scarlet Aeonia, as I've said already. Rykard's massive HP pool is nothing compared to Malekith's Destined Death, actually. This is easy clap. Easy win. Rykard has really low poise, jeez. Malenia, really? She's got a bunch to offer. Her lifesteal ability is off the charts good, unless you're dealing with Malekith. But then again, what if she's dealing with the Godskin Duo, right? Godskin Duo also has that. That could be a problem, right? Oh. So when? Why? Why is Malekith the only boss that is able to destroy Malenia? Let me answer that for you. It all comes down to 3 words. Death, acrobatics, and poise. Death. Malekith's Destined Death, HP percentage based, and with each hit that he does, with each hit that Malekith does, with, say, a Death Wave or something similar. Yeah, there he comes. There's the line boy. With the Death Wave or something similar, that HP percentage, it ramps up. That's why you saw him melt Fire Giant so fast. Poise. Let's take a look at Poise. This is the one y'all have been waiting for. I'm just going to show you her first phase. Her second phase is certainly not child appropriate. We're not watching that. Look, this is why Malekith is able to beat Malenia. Screw her Waterfowl Dance. Obviously, her Waterfowl Dance is dangerous, but it's not the most dangerous thing she has to offer. I guess we could actually show Malekith getting hit by the Aeonia, but that's just about it. Look at this. This is the biggest problem that Malekith has with Malenia. So what you saw there was totally gruesome. Scarlet Aeonia does horrifying rot damage. So even if you survive the stance break and the damage, you're gonna get killed by the Scarlet Rot. It's happened literally every single time with every other boss. Scarlet Aeonia is an obstacle that no other boss wants to face, and no other boss can get past. It's honestly ridiculous. So I was concerned that Horalu would be one to take him down, and honestly, it certainly seems that way. Malekith is very, very susceptible to stance break. And honestly, even though I've seen this video before, I am not sure if... Oh wait, no, he did. No, he did. Yeah. Malekith is so susceptible to stance break. It's just... He just got stun locked to death there. Look at this gruesome monster. Jeez. So anyways, back to what I was saying. Poise. It can be used against Malekith, but it can also be used for Malekith. I want to... No, I don't have to. Remember when he stance broke Moog? Yeah, that was like a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. But if we take a look at Malenia, she also has really low poise. with the most poise being in her hyper armor attacks. And look, Placidusax is just dead. So because Malenia has really low poise, she's susceptible to being hit by Malekith's colossal sword. Because as you all know, it's a colossal sword. Uh-oh. And as a colossal sword, it's meant to do some damage. It's meant to do some poise damage. Malekith, you best move out of there, buddy. Yeah, Placidusax hyper lasers are not to be messed around with. Dude just got stunned twice. Oh, he hit. And Dragon Lord's dead. You can thank the hyper lasers for all that damage, by the way. It was all the hyper lasers. So, Malenia can actually get knocked down. Malenia can actually be knocked out of waterfowl if hit with an ailment or something. This is the freaking coolest dragon boss fight there is, and he's just gonna melt right through him. So, let me see here. Oh, there goes Fortisax. So, the third thing, acrobatics. This is the... I don't care what anyone says about Destined Death, okay? I don't care. I don't care. If Destined Death is by itself, then you aren't getting anywhere. You know what you're getting if you get Destined Death by itself? You saw what that Aeonia did. You get that. That's what you get. No, Destined Death isn't anything without acrobatics. Acrobatics is the main reason why Malekith was able to defeat Malenia and not the Godskin duo. Malekith has a ton of acrobatics. Look, he just stance broke that guy. Yeah, the Roar also does stance break. I don't think I've ever seen a boss stance break from the Roar before, though. Also, most bosses in the game are resistant to fully damage. And there goes Radagon. So, acrobatics, like what he's doing right now, like when he does those triple swings in the air, like when he does pretty much anything in the air, that is how he's going to win. Forget Destined Death. Actually, don't forget Destined Death. Destined Death isn't anything without acrobatics. Swim away! It's one of the main reasons... Look at that! Did you see that? That is legitimately one of the main reasons why he's able to rack up so much damage. He can completely avoid ground attacks and melee attacks using acrobatics. He can completely avoid waterfowl using acrobatics, because he leaps away first. He's literally far away. He can avoid Aeonia. Okay, he can avoid Aeonia using acrobatics. I just want to go back, see what he did to Fire Giant again, because that was insane. Look at this. Look at this mess. Look at this mess that he did. Fire Giant. Using pure acrobatics. First, he stands in the fire and gets stance broken. Obviously, he's Malekith. He's got to do that. Look at this. I didn't last more than 2 seconds. Bleh. Yeah, people. This is the power of the Black Blade. And I don't care what anyone says about Malenia being better and whatever. I don't think Malekith's better. Okay, honestly, Malenia is obviously the hardest boss in Elden Ring, both boss-wise and player-wise. But the reason why Malekith is able to defeat Malenia, and watch this, watch this, watch this, watch this, watch this. Watch this. Look at that. Look at that. You see these people? You see these 2 people who just slew the Black Blade without going to half health? Yeah, they can't beat Malenia. They cannot beat Malenia no matter how hard they try. With their overpowered rolls and Godskin tornado attacks and Black Flame and Ghost Flame or whatever it's called. They can't do it. Because they don't have what Malekith has. Malekith has the perfect combination of strategic retreat, acrobatics, poise break, and destined death. We cannot forget destined death and its companionship with Malekith's acrobatics. So why? So yeah, Why can he only? Why is he the only boss who I've seen beat Malenia? And I mean beat Malenia. Okay. I see some people, yet they take off her lifesteal and stuff, and they maybe nerf her second phase a little bit, or whatever. No, people. That's not the beat Malenia I'm talking about. I'm talking about Malenia with all her lifesteal, all her HP, all of everything. Scarlet Anima, everything. And this dude, he's the only boss who can beat her. Mo can't do it. Radagon and Elden Beast can't do it. Placidus X can't do it. Godskin Duo can't do it, and they're like the second place people. It's all because of every point that I've made. Malekith is very acrobatic. Malekith is very powerful. Malekith has stance break. Malekith has destined death. Malekith has strategic retreat, where he can throw up in the air to flee the enemy, and also swing midair and just land further away from the enemy. Enough time to prepare another attack to stance break Malenia. This dude is one of the GOATs of Elden Ring. If you ask me, he's second best. If you ask me, if he just got a small buff, then not one single boss on that list can touch him. I want to show you something. It's right here. It says, Malekith's Black Blade, which once harbored the power of the Rune of Death, a sad shadow of its former glory. So what does that mean? What does that have to do with anything? Well, when you're fighting Malenia in her second phase as the Rock Goddess, she's stronger than she's ever been before. She wasn't even like what she was when you fight her with Radahn. She wasn't like that. No. So you're fighting Malenia at your strongest. So Malenia's fighting Malekith at her strongest, and Malekith's fighting her as a sad shadow of his former self. What does that indicate about Malekith? If you ask me, we need a prime Malekith. We need Malekith before the Rune of Death was stolen. We need Alpha Malekith. We need the most overpowered Death Lion, gray-haired, black-armored lion thing you've ever seen. Okay, that's what we need. We need something who can 100 out of 100 times solo Malenia. That's what we need. Until then, and I haven't looked at it yet, I'm pretty sure there's been a mod for Malekith because there's a mod for Malenia. There's unalloyed Malenia. There is unalloyed Malenia. There. Oh my gosh, look at this. I won't make y'all sit through this. But I can tell you this is not in the base game. Do you see this crazy thing? What is this? What is this? What in the actual world is this? This is unalloyed Malenia, and this is a modded version of Malenia Blade of Mikola, whom only Malekith can destroy. As if she wasn't already powerful enough. And then she does this ridiculous thing. My gosh. I hate Waterfowl Dance already, and this is ridiculous. We need something like that for Malekith. We need unalloyed Malekith, unalloyed Malenia versus Prime Malekith. We need that. And we need a very overpowered Malekith for this very overpowered Malenia. That's what we need. So yeah, I mean, that's it. That's all I have to say. That's all I have to say. Is that Malekith, at his prime, could very, very well be even stronger than unalloyed Malenia. This just goes to prove that Malekith is the GOAT. Okay. Yeah, this will be the J Master signing out. Let me know your opinions on the topic. See if I missed anything. See if I covered something a little too much. See if I got off topic. I probably did get off topic a few times because there's like millions of things that I have to keep track of here. Adios. Why do I have a rule? Adios. Hope you enjoyed the video. Dang it, I had a voice crack.